Time to get up. Alarms are going off all over Britain. It's the start of another working day for millions. And today in Britain, nearly 8 million women go out to work. Pat Rossiter has a job that many girls dream about. She's an air hostess, one of well over 1,000 employed on British Airlines. But like many other girls, she starts her working day with a bus ride. She's got used now to the half-curious, half-envious glances of women doing more routine jobs. After all, there's some excuse for thinking that an air hostess has a glamorous life, a life of travel, excitement, and perhaps romance. Pat Rossiter came to England from Auckland, New Zealand. She became an air hostess 3 years ago. She had 6 weeks intensive training to start with and has been hard at work ever since. She earned just over £10 a week at first, and of course her uniform was provided. She's certainly travelled, but not quite fast enough this morning.
I wonder where she's got to. You're 10 minutes late, Miss Rossiter.
Sorry, sir.
Well, our flight to Rome will take us 3 hours, 10 minutes, flying at 23,500 feet.
Yes, sir.
We'll be carrying 63 passengers, including 5 children.
Yes.
And don't forget, keep the bar closed until we're well across the channel. We should be on the ground for 1 hour at Rome to refuel before continuing to Benghazi, which will take a further 3 hours.
Thank you.
Have you any questions?
Yes, sir. How do you like your coffee?
The day before the flight, hostesses check the stores they'll need.
2 bar boxes.
Yes.
Linen.
Yes.
Blankets 30.
That's right.
Pillows 60. And
Yes.
6 oxygen sets.
Yes, that's right.
3 maps and the first aid,
Yes.
publicity, service trays 2,
Yes.
tea towels, dishcloth and soda siphon.
Yes, that's right.
Soap, soap powder,
Yes.
aerosol, fresh air, cotton wool,
Yes.
serviettes, paper
Yes.
cups.
Oh, paper cups from the
Oh,
canister.
thank you. Barley sugar, baby food,
Yes.
biscuits,
Yes.
bovril,
Yes.
sauce, tomato sauce,
Yes.
salad cream,
Yes.
pickled onions,
Yes.
salt and pepper,
Yes.
and soup assorted.
Yes. And sick bags.
Check sick bag.
On the day of the flight itself, it isn't just a case of driving out to the plane and flying off. There's a lot to be done first. Before the crew arrive, an army of ground crew and storesmen are servicing the aircraft, tanking up with fuel, loading the stores, and seeing the luggage and the freight aboard. Meanwhile, the hostesses are busy dressing the inside of the aircraft, seeing that every passenger has a clean blanket. Pat, at 24, is now a senior hostess and is responsible for the look of the passenger cabin as well as the comfort of the passengers. On this flight, there are 2 hostesses, and Anne Coulburn, the junior, helps with the cushions and seat covers. There's a flight map, a menu, and a price list for drinks to be provided for each passenger. The catering staff bring in the stores, the pre-cooked meals, the milk, coffee, sugar and biscuits. And each item is carefully checked and put away in the restricted space of the galley. The bar can either be duty-paid or duty-free. But if the drinks are free of duty, the bar may not be opened until the aircraft is outside British territory, in this case, over the Channel. A final check over the route to North Africa just to make sure they'll know the answers to passengers' questions. The crew arrive well before the passengers to check the aircraft for themselves. It's usually an hour's hard work before Pat is ready to greet the passengers with a cool, calm smile. It's not just businessmen and VIPs who fly these days. Flying is for the whole family, right down to the youngest.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In a few moments' time, we shall be taking off for Rome and Benghazi. Please fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Once the plane is on its way and the passengers comfortably settled, the meals have to be prepared. And serving 40 or more hot meals in 15 minutes takes some doing, especially in such a small space. It's just a matter of keeping cool and teamwork. Serving drinks up and down the narrow gangway is no joke, especially when you clash with the restless type. Excuse me, please. Thank you. Of course, it's not all gin and whiskey that's served. Some passengers like something with more kick in it. Yes, a hostess must expect to be a barmaid, a nursemaid, a cook, and waitress on every flight. And with so many children traveling, a touch of the school teacher might help too. Then there's the crew to be looked after. On long flights, the pilots like to be served with coffee or something to eat every half hour to break the monotony. This flight takes 11 hours. The washing up is done mainly by the catering staff at the airport, but on a busy flight, it's just another job for the hostess. While the passengers are admiring the view over Benghazi, Pat is busy seeing their safety belts are properly fastened for the landing. Another flight over, and the hostess is the last to leave the plane. To her, one airport looks very much like another, and Pat doesn't find this one exciting. No sign of those romantic sheiks that some girls dream about. But away from the airport, time off in Benghazi can be fun. Most crews spend their leisure time together, and some companies provide a yacht for them to use. However, these moments are all too short, and soon it's time to return home to London Airport. But tomorrow, who knows? She may be off to Paris or Rome, Singapore or Cape Town, or even to Manchester. She's ready to go anywhere to cope with any situation, always with the same quiet, cool confidence. But right now, all she wants is a bus home.